Australia's top banker has backed the federal opposition's claim that inequality is rising. RBA Governor Philip Lowe says higher asset values are more beneficial for the wealthy. Here's finance correspondent Philip Lowe.
Low inflation says consumers have little buying power.
I think it's very consistent with an economy that's growing at a fairly modest pace.
Despite record low interest rates, policymakers are grappling with an inflation rate below 2% after a quarterly increase of just 0.2%. The most significant price rises came from medical services, new homes, tobacco and beer, while there were big falls in domestic travel and accommodation, petrol and fruit. Wages account for 2/3 of inflation, and this race to the bottom is a major concern for the Reserve Bank.
The fact that we've all or many of us have lowered our expectations of future income growth means we're less inclined to spend.
The Governor says the jobs of the future will come from the services sector, which had already produced some high-paying jobs in areas like healthcare and IT. But he also acknowledged that rising asset prices had made the rich richer, while offering a view on the federal opposition's latest line of attack, inequality.
Well, it's risen. It rose quite a lot in the 80s and 90s, and it's risen a little bit just recently.
Philip Lowe's message on interest rates was very clear. The RBA won't be cutting rates to boost inflation because the economy's okay, and that would just boost property prices. They won't be putting up rates either because inflation's still very low. More rate rises may come from the banking regulator leaning on the banks, although the Governor noted the Sydney and Melbourne property markets have cooled. Philip Lowe, ABC News.